What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Betting. Got a slow morning. To be honest, not the biggest fan of this slate personally, but yeah, I got two plays locked in. I'm sure that I'll have some more later, but yeah, as of right now, slow slate. We can break stuff down for sure. Definitely can break stuff down. But JJ, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
You tired? How's the morning doing? Treating you?
Yeah, definitely tired, but still trying to work through it.
Yeah, I feel that. It's always tired getting up at 6 a.m. and fucking putting yourself in front of a camera right away. It's like, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Yesterday was fine. I think we went 5-4 plus 0.86 units. Quick recap it. Yeah, I mean, so guys, if you're new here, I'm gonna link our Discord down below in case you're just not in it. But as you can see at the top, we are 77 and 39 plus 32.82 units and 24% ROI post All-Star break, because that's when we started, this Discord. So been on a heater, guys. I'm gonna drop this Discord down below in case you guys want to join. It's completely free. So yeah, nothing too crazy. But JJ, pitch to people on why they should be in the Discord real quick.
I mean, you got some great cappers. It's free. You can always ask any of us a bunch of questions that you need answered. I feel like everybody works as a little team in the Discord.
Yeah, it's a good little community we got going on. And JJ, you've been crushing it post All-Star break. 25% ROI for you, 22-11. Yeah. So shout out to you, man. You've been putting the team on, that's for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So quick recap yesterday. I went 4-0 personally. I haven't been the greatest since All-Star break, but yesterday I feel like I had some good bets. Jamal Murray was a little bit dicey. He had 4 points at halftime, but finally started to realize that he could get up a jump shot every time he wanted to, because they weren't really doing much to force the ball out of his hands. So turned it up in the second half. Got there. Hartenstein got there with 17 RA, I believe. Luka, I think he shot 5 for 12, so feel pretty good about that one. And then Randall, that line was crazy low. I think he played 34 minutes or something. And if you guys weren't in the Discord, my edge on Randall was that, as a Wolves fan, I knew that he was supposed to return a couple games ago, but him and his wife had a kid, so I didn't really expect much minute restriction because he was very healthy coming into this one. And so yeah, the 26.5 line was very low for Julius, and he came through with that. But JJ, you want to talk about your plays? I know you had a couple bad beats in there, but
yeah, Strother, he got hurt in the third quarter, but I think he only had 4 points when he got hurt, so he was always on pace to go under. Wasn't playing too well. Siakam, started off the first half great. I think he had 14 points, but then he went 1 of 5 from the free throw line, and then second half was just a ton of zone defense, which turned into a lot of 3-point shots, which is not his game. So guys like Neesmith and other guys like that were just going off. It's a lot of quick passing, so wasn't there for him. Merrill, he only took 2 shots in the second half and just made both threes. So I think there was some foul trouble with some bad officiating, so got him some extra minutes there. Giddey only had 1 RA in the first quarter and then finished with 16, so that was unfortunate.
Yeah, 2 hooks in there is never great, and then the team randomly going zone isn't great either. Especially when you're betting on Pascal Siakam, right? You want single coverage and just normal defense with that, so he can get to the rack against the Bulls who have 0 rim protection. So
yeah.
I mean, who cares? I thought you probably deserved another win in there for sure. So it's not who cares?
Big game adjustments are always the worst.
Yeah, for sure. And who cares, bro? It's absolutely crushing. Doing way better than me, that's for sure. Let's see. I have the lowest ROI out of everyone. Quentin's been crushing. You've been crushing. Liam been crushing. So yeah. Guys, make sure you're just joining the Discord. Yeah, it's free. I don't know why you wouldn't be in it. So cool. All right, let's quick give out a couple props. One of them, I think, I gave out to the Discord. I want to give that one out first because I don't know if I feel like this one's gonna move, and I already have it up, and that's totally fine. I did Keyshawn George over 2.5 assists. Shout out Nikola Jokic if you're in here, by the way. You're the one who put me onto this. I would have never thought about this, until you mentioned it. So yeah, -130 at Bet365. That's where you want to play it. Bovada, that's fine there. Then now it's starting to get really juiced at places. So I would go to FanDuel actually and play 7.5 rebounds and assists at this point. Just because the minutes I think are going to be there, and the rebounding matchup, the Heat aren't the best rebounding team, I know. And it'll be Bilal Coulibaly on Tyler Hero, so I'm cool with his rebounds, but this is more so an assist prop for Keyshawn. So no Jordan Poole. The thing I peeped last game, or that Nicola pointed out to me, he made 55 passes. He had 16 potential assists in the first game of like the post All-Star break, no Jordan Poole era. And Jordan Poole is out once again, obviously. So yeah, 16 potential assists, 55 passes made. I saw a lot of this stuff. Some of them were like transition assists, but a lot of them were, passes to Corey Kispert and stuff, just like where he has the ball and, he's Corey Kispert is like coming off of a screen or something. And then I went back and checked Popcorn Machine and looked at the rotations, right? And, Marcus Smart, he's like a point guard, but he's really not, he just kind of like brings the ball up maybe, and then gets people into sets. Keyshawn George, his rotations, where he's like kind of like the point guard for the second unit, right? It's like him, Kispert, Holmes, Champagne, and then Smart, who's like I said, not really a point guard. So he was point guarding the second unit. He also played 34 minutes, right? So played 34 minutes in a close game. He's a young guy. Look, they're definitely trying to get him minutes and stuff. I can see this line moving in real time, except for on slow-ass Bet365. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'd probably play the FanDuel line at this point, unless you have Bet365. But yeah, just a complete change in role for Keyshawn when it comes to passing the rock. His rebounds, I think, could be pretty good against the Heat. His line's at 5.5. You just need 5 rebounds, and if you're gonna get the 3 assists on that line, so. Yeah, good minutes. If this is a filter that I use, so like I said, he made 55 passes, right? In games with 40 plus passes made, that was a season high. And with 40 plus passes made, he's over in 11 out of 13. So yeah, going on a limb here, the Heat have been giving up a fair bit of assists, just like overall post All-Star break. It's like I think they're ranked 19th, so not exactly great there. So yeah, Keyshawn over 2.5 assists. Obviously, guys, if you were in the Discord, there was a ton of other books that had a playable line, and as their Discord gets better, the line's just going to keep on moving faster. So, yeah, Keyshawn over 2.5 assists, Bet365, and looks like you guys are just moving lines in real time. So, hopefully, you guys, if you're in the Discord, you got it in, and hopefully, if not, yeah, then you should join so you can get these lines in. Who cares, bro? You can get one game outlier, 55 passes count. Yeah, who cares? They count inbound passes every game.
I mean, you can get assists off inbound passes too.
If you're inbounding the ball on the baseline. Yeah, so good shit, Nicola. I really like that. I wonder if this is SF49er on the low. Cool, Jay. Did you have any take on that Keyshawn look?
I mean, it's like his usage definitely gonna go up without Poole. So I mean, 55 passes. I love that, especially because like usually without Poole, I think he's getting around like 27 passes a game. So I mean, if he's doubling that now, I mean, you gotta love that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Keyshawn was a point guard in college too, like a big guard. So I know he like runs like power forward, small forward for them, but I think he's more of a point forward, or he was coming in. So
yeah.
Love Keyshawn here. Like I said, guys, these lines are moving fast as shit nowadays. So I apologize for that, but it's just going to keep on happening. Let's get to the second prop too. Hopefully this one probably didn't move because this one was a pretty niche prop, right? Niche props are going to move a lot quicker and stuff. So this one should not have moved, but I played Tim Hardaway over 10.5 points, and this one did not move at all either. Minus 104 at FanDuel. Tobias Harris is out here due to personal reasons, so I think that his minutes should be pretty safe. I went and checked. There's one game with Caden without Tobias, so extremely small sample size. This game went to overtime, but Tim did play 31 regulation minutes in it. It was without Jaden Ivey too, and if you look at the missing players, there wasn't anyone else significant missing. So yeah, I have him for around 30 minutes here. The hit rate's not amazing, right? But if you go to like games with Cade, he is averaging 10.9 points per 30, or I think it was per 28.2. So let me quick not do the math. I did the math already. Yeah, he's averaging 11.6 points per game per 30 minutes in games with Cade. Obviously, guys, the Jazz are like a dream matchup for catch and shoot guys. They play a ton of zone. This is probably they're like 30th in defensive rating, dead last. So dream matchup for like purely catch and shoot guys who don't really get much usage for them. So yeah, second highest catch and shoot frequency over the last 10 games for the Jazz who are allowing that. That's Tim's game. Obviously, I think he has like a 60% catch and shoot frequency over the last 15 games. He gets out in transition, will run. Jazz are awful in transition as well. They had a head-to-head game. He didn't go over, but he shot 3 for 11, 2 for 9 from deep, 0 for 1 from the stripe. So really poor variance there for Tim, shooting variance. Usually with that volume, like he's definitely going over more than he's not. So yeah. Love Tim Hardaway here. I think that it's like a good spot for him to get 15 plus. Love no Tobias Harris. I know he's been under it a lot recently, but I'm playing the matchup here and rolling with Tim over 10.5 points. And I never even put up the banner. So my bad on that one. What was the price? Minus 104 FanDuel. Yeah, did you have any take on Tim?
Yeah, I mean, I like it, especially going against the Jazz and all that. I mean, I like Malik Beasley even more for the same reason, to be honest. Just that matchup is huge. And then no Tobias Harris. I think last time he took like 18 attempts.
Against Utah?
Well, in that one game without Tobias Harris.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk you off Beasley at all. It's like this is like a Tim and Beasley matchup. I just like I said, man, I don't know. I know everyone's going to be on Beasley, and Beasley cashes out for everyone. But I just know like when I join the party's going to be fucking cooked. So like, yeah, I'm doing everyone a favor here by not riding the wave and rolling with like the bad hit rate Tim Hardaway guy instead.
I respect it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. Nicola said, "You think you got 16 potentials from inbounding?"
Apparently.
Yeah. Thanks to the stream, hammered the under. You're welcome.
You can take whatever you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got a gun to your head.
Yeah. George can play the garbage time. Yeah, I would think so a little bit, right? Like he's young as hell. He's a rookie. They just want to get him his minutes in. Like Keyshawn, without Poole especially, I just think his minutes are very locked in, right? Him, Bilal, Alex Sarr. I mean, there's no point in not playing these guys 30-plus minutes, in this stretch of the year when you invested the draft capital that you did in them and you're looking to develop them. So, yeah. I don't know about garbage time, but like I'd assume that they like leave them in if they're down 30 until like the 6-minute mark or something, at least until the 4th. So yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. What's good, Suave? How you doing? Sup, Jake? I'm not a Hornets fan. Top of the morning, T-Rev. Let's see. What's up, J-Main? How you doing? You think about copywriting Yo-Yo, what's up, gang? You probably should, bro. Don't let no one steal your wave. JJ, you got a good morning from Shoto.
Appreciate it. Good morning.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Smart either. I was like looking at it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you got 60?
It's definitely for like similar reasons.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go game by game. Guys, everyone get your questions going. We're going to start off with Portland and Philadelphia. JJ, I'm going to kick it to you. I know you just woke up, so like you probably don't have anything crazy, but I'll drop the stage for a little bit. Portland's on a back-to-back. I know Denny was hurt for a little bit. Then he had that 30-point triple-double yesterday. Jeremy Grant's questionable. He missed it yesterday. For Philly, I believe Paul George is questionable. But besides that, everything is like, same as last time. Do you have anything off the rip that you're going to look to attack here?
I mean, 3-point shooters versus Philly, right? That zone defense. I think, yeah, you just got to keep attacking 3-point shooters. And then on the attacking Portland, probably going to be like a Tyrese Maxey or Quentin Grimes, pull-up shooting. You got to attack that. I mean, Quentin Grimes definitely, I feel like last game is definitely showing off like he can create his own shot. So, I mean, I feel like he always has been, but he's never been allowed to really with his role, like just throughout his career, because he was a bucket getter in college.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely pull-up shooting against the Blazers.
Yeah. And sorry, Suave, I forgot to display this question. You do this full-time? Love the show, by the way. No, we don't do it full-time. We hope to in the future, right? But no, we don't. But yeah, we appreciate this for sure, Suave. But no, we're live every day. But no, it's like definitely not going to be a full-time thing over the next we're gonna do it every day, but it's not like we're gonna have other stuff going on. Okay, cool. Yeah, I agree with that. I wonder if Grimes, especially with Maxey, who can't shoot right now with his, he's shooting with 3 fingers. I think that I think that Maxey under 3.5 threes is a pretty good look, especially if you have a Warriors money line or something to bring it down a little bit, or you have something else in the same game. I think that Tyrese Maxey under 3.5 assists, and then you said the catch and shoot stuff. I think Anthony Simons' assists can correlate pretty well with that. Maybe him to get 5 assists or something. So yeah, I don't hate that at all. Especially maybe we get Denny out because he was actually hurt, and Portland doesn't really have much to play for. So would make a little bit of sense to sit him on a back-to-back after missing a couple games and playing 42 minutes. So yeah. Let's see. You really like Jeremy Grant versus Philly? Yeah, I agree. He's missed the last couple of games, but on paper, right? Philly just terrible catch and shoot defense. Yeah, I know Drummond started last game. He'll be in a drop. So that could be good for Simon's points in the Drummond's minutes. I think that actually too. Oh wow, Simon's. Holy crap. What is this? Simons is does no first quarter scoring. That's crazy. He's averaging 2.9 points per first quarter. I was about to say Simons first quarter points because it's going to be up against Drummond, but apparently not.
Yeah, his first quarters are weird. Because he always has that weird rotation where he'll play the first 3 or 4 minutes and then come out and then come in towards the end.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's weird. Yeah, maybe he has a little Chris Paul to him where he just, wants to play make to start the game. But yeah. No, that's crazy. Let's see. Oubre, 23.5 PR. JJ, you're the Oubre maestro. What do you think about him in this matchup?
I mean, I like it. I mean, his shooting should still stay the same as far as his field goal attempts. He just didn't rebound well, but he did have 13 rebound chances last game. So, I mean, I expect some positive regression there. Let me see. Blazers post All-Star break are middle of the pack in rebounding. Let's see, last 10. Still middle of the pack, so yeah. And then offensive rebounding last 10, they've been giving up a lot. and I know he does very well getting some offensive rebounds, playing their zone defense, because he kind of just sits baseline and like defends the corners, like so he gets those weak side rebounds. I mean, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really argue much with this graph, right? I mean, 30. So I looked at the games. Like they had a couple games where they lost by 30. They should not be losing at home by 30. And then he had some overtime games where he played like more than 42 minutes. But he's been playing like 42 minutes. Like he'll literally like do that shit sometimes. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Kelly. Yeah, I think that this is pretty good hit rate stuff. I will say, right, and Maxi with his hand is like as concerning. Yeah, I know. I think I definitely like this a fair bit. Zach said, if you don't do this full time, do you guys work other jobs or school or something? Yeah. So I just graduated college in the winter, and same with JJ. I'm moving in a couple weeks and gonna work part time. I've just been doing this, like living at home with my parents for the last couple months. But yeah, I'm moving in a couple weeks, and yeah, I'll be working a part-time job at night. So yeah, I'm trying to do this full time, at least get it to the point where straight betting's running smoothly. There's we haven't really tried to get partnerships. I guess I'm just like telling like our whole story. But yeah, hopefully we get to the point though where it's like this is like, you know, we're taking a couple hours out of our day to do this, and then, you know, we can work another job, or maybe it gets to the point where we don't have to work another job, and that would be awesome too. So yeah. Okay. I think that's it for this game. I don't really have much else. Golden State and Charlotte. So Charlotte's turned into a massive catch and shoot funnel. Last 10 games, third highest frequency, up there with like the Jazzes and, you know, stuff like that. So that's always a good sign for attacking people via catch and shoot. Unfortunately, they're playing the Warriors, right? So like the whole team is like basically catch and shoot. So I mean, Jimmy Butler assists kind of popped to me for a little bit. You know, I guess there's a 4.5 at DraftKings. It's super juiced, but I think that's like something good, you know, to maybe pair with like that and Warriors to win. I feel like that's pretty safe. What's the spread on this one? It's 12.5. Yeah, Warriors been playing really good ball. But let's see, with Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, let's see, 5.5. So plus money, I think, is a pretty good look as well. He just played the Hornets. He had 10 potential assists and 5 assists. He only played 19 minutes because they won by so much, right? So, you know, blowout's definitely in the cards. You know, it is in Charlotte, and LaMelo didn't play in that game. LaMelo is going to play in this one. So I would like to think that Jimmy is going to play, like, I'd probably have him at, you know, 28, 30 minutes or so. So, I mean, if you're pacing that, right, he probably was pacing for like 15 potential assists in this game. Yeah, just like, I mean, if they're going to collapse on Jimmy Butler drives and stuff and give up catch and shoot stuff, I think that's a pretty good look. But JJ, do you have any thoughts?
You know, I definitely agree with you there. Definitely gonna try and collapse on him. I mean, look, I mean, when you got Stephen Curry, it's gonna be a lot easier to rack up like assists here, especially like in a catch and shoot matchup. So I mean, there's gonna be running stuff around off ball screens a lot. It really like frees up Steph Curry's play when you have Jimmy Butler and Draymond there. So I mean, I think assists can be a good look here. Yeah, it's got to be able to play a full game.
Yeah, for sure. So he's averaging 30.1 minutes, so 30 minutes here. As a Warrior, he's averaging 11.4 potential assists. I mean, this is a 5.5 line for like plus 115. And like we talked about the matchup, right? The potentials per minute were amazing in this matchup, and like just like looking at it on paper too, like high catch and shoot frequency allowed. I think like less than 10 feet is pretty low. Yeah, very low. Fourth lowest shot frequency from less than 10 feet. So it's like that's a clear indicator of like collapsing a ton, overhelping on drives, and like the potentials back that up. So I think this is like a really good look. Maybe even like 10.5 RA isn't terrible. Did have 13 RA, you know, in this game in only 19 minutes. Jimmy's rebounds are a little bit weird, but yeah, I don't hate it at all. Let's see.
I mean, one thing I like, LaMelo is playing. Looks like he's off the injury report, so that means Miles Bridges under RA. I think that's at 11.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, with LaMelo, without Brandon Miller, without Trey Mann, I mean, under in 11 or 13 games, it's just been a system. I wasn't going to take it last game because they're playing the Wizards. I mean, Wizards, you can rack up assists and rebounds. So that's why I stayed away from that. It was just obvious. But I mean, this matchup, Warriors have been rebounding pretty well. Especially like on the offensive glass, like they crash from the corners. So, I mean, taking that away, I think I like that a lot. Let's see. Warriors 7th in defensive rebounds. Where they at?
Third fewest assists last 10 or post All-Star.
Yeah. That was the
So
other thing I was wanting to look for. Because his assists really go down without LaMelo playing.
mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously last game you go against the Wizards. I mean, they're just bad. You're gonna rack up assists regardless.
Yeah. JJ, I think this is a great bet, honestly. Really good bet.
Yeah.
Pretty solid prices too. I mean, yeah, it's not a good matchup either. It's like he played against the Warriors, I believe, with them, and he had 9. That was without LaMelo too. He had 9 in 26 minutes. So it's like, I don't know, maybe he even could have probably would have went over. I don't know, but maybe not. And that was also like without LaMelo. So it's like,
yeah, and I mean, like switch it and just look without LaMelo.
okay, let's see.
Like look at the huge difference. Like it's just been a
Yeah.
system.
Oh my goodness.
Whether one plays or one doesn't. That's what
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing lately.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's sweet.
So you know what? I'm gonna lock in the under RA.
Okay, sweet.
Do
Perfect.
DraftKings -130.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's a great find today. It's always nice when you have like a system. Yeah, I know it's kind of tough to find those systems, but like once you do, it's like just keep riding them. You have a good like ROI going on with them.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. Was there anything else? Warriors, Hornets. Tommaso, thank you, Tommaso. I appreciate you a ton. Oubre should kill. Yeah, we like Oubre. Yeah, he does, Nicola. It's like him and Jimmy running the second unit, and Steph and Draymond go off the court. Like I think 9 minutes into the first quarter, and then same thing with like the third quarter and stuff. So yeah, what are you looking for? You're looking to take an under on Nick Smith points, 13.5. Let's see with LaMelo, without Brandon. I guess Miles is a game time decision, so I guess I'll just leave it like that for him. I know. Let's see. He's played 38 minutes, 33 minutes in the blowout, 33. So Nick's minutes have actually been like really safe recently. Weirdly enough, like post trade deadline.
He's just wildly inefficient.
Yeah. What's the Warriors scheme, Ben? Because I see that their pick and roll handler number keeps on trending downwards. Do you know? It's like switch everything kind of with.
They switch. They do a little bit of everything. So I like to switch. They like to trap. Sometimes they'll play a little bit of drop. But the main thing is they're keen in on like especially when Jimmy Butler plays, they're very keen on jumping the passing lanes and like just creating turnovers. That's been their thing, just creating turnovers. That's why they score so many points. I mean, at least lately.
Yeah.
And it's like when they're not getting turnovers, they're not doing well. But when they do, like they definitely take off on teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say the teams I just don't like to bet against with props are teams that are like all over the place. Like I like betting on funnels, like teams that don't allow catch and shoots. I like handicapping a game off of that. Teams that do allow a lot of catch and shoots, stuff like that. Teams that do allow a ton of pull ups. And the Warriors are just like middle of the pack and like everything. So it's like I can't really give a good input to what they're doing. If I had to guess, it would be like, yeah, they're switching, probably letting LaMelo go one-on-one with like Draymond when he gets engaged in the switch and stuff.
So I haven't even looked at the turnover stats, but they are leading in forcing turnovers last 10.
Yeah, Jimmy's really good at that too. Yeah. No, it's and post All-Star too.
Yep.
So it looks like they've been doing a little bit of that. We'll get to the Asar. We'll get to the other questions. I'm gonna see if there was anything else. I peep all you guys' questions, but we'll get to them like when we get to the game. Wizards Heat. Obviously, we have the Keyshawn look. Was there anything else? Jaren Jackson. I don't really have anything crazy on this Heat game. I don't know if you do, JJ, but
not really. I think it's more. I just have to like deep dive into the uses of the Wizards a little bit more.
Yep.
But when it comes to Miami, it's like,
Miami's coming off of a second out of a back-to-back where they played an overtime game last night. I know Bam, I tried jumping the gun and seeing if I could get good value on Ware stuff because he was on the injury report with the calf issue. I believe he hasn't been on the injury report since, but maybe Ware has a tad bit of value, at where he's at right now. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think Heat stuff is like a stay away from me personally right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalel. I mean, I lean over on Kalel stuff just because of like the chance maybe that Bam sits and like the spot game.
You definitely attack the matchup itself against the Wizards.
Okay. Okay, let's go to Atlanta and Memphis. I know we had a question, first one of the day. Sorry, A15A. I don't know if you're still here or not. I hope you are. But yeah, Trae Young stuff. Look, I was like, I have a very strong lean to Trae Young over stuff. Rebounds and assists, you said 13.5. I mean, Memphis just plays so fast, bro. Like they're
that pace it's great for assists and rebounds.
Yeah. Memphis fourth most assists allowed. A good bit of rebounds for sure. Let's see, without Jalen Johnson.
Both are top 3 in pace last 10, so gotta love that.
Yeah, I will say rebounds and assists have kind of fallen off a cliff without Johnson and Hunter. And I wonder if just like not having competent players around him is actually like kind of screwing him over. But with that being said, I think his points are a really good look, right? He's played against the Heat and the Thunder 3 straight games. That's like 3 brutal matchups. I mean, his
definitely
line against the Heat. Yeah. Was it, JJ, do you remember what his line was this first game against the Heat? Was it like 28.5 or something?
Yeah, it was like 27, 28, and then it dropped to 24, 25.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Memphis is like literally allowing the most points post All-Star break. They're also allowing pull-ups, what's it called, at the 4th highest frequency. So I think that maybe, let's see, pull-ups. I want to do pull-ups like last maybe 7 games for the Hawks because I know they've been, this for the Dallas. Stars are tough for me to bet on because, look, every star gets guarded different. It's like a game plan thing, right? That's one thing that I've noticed. Like pull-up is frequency for, a backup, like a Karis LeVert, because that's actually who I was thinking about. I guess Karis's pull-up frequency isn't super high. Let's go to like last 8 games. Is he still in there? Okay. So yeah, it's Trae Young who's like taking a ton of pull-ups. Okay, that's when it stops. Yeah, so I mean, Trae Young's like the only person taking pull-ups here. It's like Trae Young, Terrence Mann, I guess, but then Karis LeVert. I think Karis LeVert could be interesting off the bench once we get his props. But yeah, Trae Young, I have a strong lean to over 24.5 points. Not so much RA, but yeah, I wanted to talk about Trae Young. What do you like? Do you like Trae Young 24.5? I just feel like it's a great buy, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely think it's a good buy. The assists here, because I know someone was talking about RA, could be tough, especially with no Niang. Like, you want those catch and shoot threes, and he has been playing well for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, you got a pull-up matchup, probably better to take his points here, I would think.
Yeah. Here's the one concern I guess I have, JJ. It's like similar players versus Grizzlies. I don't know. Like Harden didn't have a good game. Lillard didn't. Ant did, but Ant and Trey are completely different players. Then Ant also got shit clamped like the game before that. Harden went under against Luka. Then it's like Tyrese. All these guys are like having like shit games against them, which is like a little bit concerning.
Yeah. Then you have Booker and Mitchell. They both had some good games on February 23rd and 25th. So
mm-hmm. Yeah, just a lean over for me. But I think that Karras will make sense a ton. I wonder if Karras is also coming off of bad games. I hope he is, man. I really hope he is. Karras LeVert. Nope, he's not. Damn it. Yeah, so you're probably not going to have crazy value on Karras, right? But maybe he's even still interesting, depending on what the line is. Okay. Let's see. Dyson Daniels. Yeah, I'm just a little bit confused on this Grizzlies stuff. I look, Dyson makes sense for transition. Memphis is terrible in transition defense. That's like Dyson big time, like what he does. Spot up, I believe they've been fine too. It's just like basically they're kind of like a jump shot funnel. Memphis is. They really pack the paint, catch and shoot stuff. Yeah, it's been there. Yeah, I think Dyson stuff is fine, but Dyson also at the same time is like pretty reliant at scoring in the paint, so that's a little bit concerning. JJ, I don't know. What do you think about this?
Yeah, when you look on a jump shot team, it's not going to be Dyson Daniels. You want him to score in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
He scores off a lot of cutting and obviously fast break transition stuff. Yeah, he wants to score in the paint.
Yeah. Didn't have great volume in this game either. I know sometimes Memphis will literally just leave non-shooters wide open. Like I've seen them do that with Castle before. So maybe they do that with Dyson. I'm not sure, but yeah, Dyson. I don't really. It's a confusing take for me. Yep, no Niang. Oh, did J-Man said it opened at? He's talking about the Trae Young open. So yeah, opened at 27.5 and against Miami. Yeah, Dyson. Like I said, I don't know. I think Dyson's a tough handicap. Okay, Wells over points.
Let's see is there anyone injured for Memphis?
Ja. Yeah, so that's I don't know. I don't want to touch Memphis stuff yet. Like Ja's, I don't know. Ja probably actually is hurt because that dude's always hurt. So yeah, sorry, Tommaso. I don't have a crazy take on this one either. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Terrence Mann getting a bigger role. Yeah, that could definitely.
No, definitely. Just gotta wait for him to get some props.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, this game's pretty
much be a 3-point guy.
Wash. I mean, if you
like corner three.
Yeah, and he'll be left wide open, like as always.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Thunder stuff is tough. I mean, if you guys look at I'll pull it up real quick. It's Portland, but Houston Rockets injuries. I mean, Tari's questionable. Steven Adams is questionable. Alperen Sengun is questionable. Dylan Brooks is questionable. Eamon Thompson's questionable. Fred VanVleet is out. I have no clue what's going on with this shit, man. I'm probably gonna
game pretty much.
Yeah, I kind of hope that like everyone gets ruled out and Jalen Green has like a ridiculously high points line. I'll fade him there. Outside of that, I mean, I don't really know. I don't know what else to talk about in this one. We don't know what the defensive personnel is going to be. We don't know a lot, so there's not much we can talk about. Let's see, Desmond Bain, PRA. We can. Yeah, guys. Here's the thing, man. We're not going to be able to give you any take on it because we don't know if Ja's playing, right? Like that's huge. So, yeah, that's just something. And Santi doesn't have lines either because Ja's questionable. So, Sacramento, Dallas. This one I think is very interesting. So we got the Kings without Sabonis. So Jonas Valanciunas is going to be at the center. We all know Jonas Valanciunas, whatever team he's a part of, is going to be a massive catch and shoot funnel because he can't move. People are constantly having to over rotate, to help with Jonas Valanciunas. And, they schematically, that's what they were doing anyways in the first place. So the Kings, what's this last 10? Yeah, very high catch and shoot frequency allowed. They're going to have 0 rim protection. So, like, role players who can slash, I think, are interesting. Catch and shoot role players who can slash, I think, are in a good spot. We put Dante Exum threes in a ladder. He's a very, dicey minute person. But if you go to, like, there's one game that they had with Kyrie, with Clay, without PJ, and, like, everyone else played. Against the Hornets, he played 25 minutes, even though now they're playing, like, centers, right? So it was, like, with Moses, where's Dwight Powell? There's Dwight. Yeah, he had 25 minutes in this game. I think it's a really good matchup for, like, secondary, players in this one against the Kings. So I do like Dante Exum stuff. He played 25 minutes, and, like, Jason Kidd is such a random dude with his minutes. But I mean, he's averaging, like, if you project him for like 22 minutes or something, right? 22 divided by 18.9 times 14.6. You can get him to like 17 PRA. And on top of that, it's a good matchup. So I really like Exum stuff, which is weird. But JJ, do you have a take on, Maverick stuff and King schematically and stuff?
I do not at the moment.
Oh, he's not?
They released him the other day.
Let me quick check. Oh yeah. So yeah, no Moses Brown. That's big. Okay, I know they got
Dwight Powell then.
Kai Jones. I think Liam said that Kai Jones signed with the Mavs. I don't know if I missed that. Yep. So Kai Jones is gonna be there. So I actually like Exum a little bit more than here, to be honest. Like I said, I know it's like dicey and like Jaden. I don't know, man. These Mavs are just like, these role players are like so not safe with their minutes. You need defense out there for sure to guard what Levine, DeRozan, and what's his face?
Monk.
Monk. So is there any like Christie's a defender? I think Christie's stuff is interesting. I just don't like his it dropped to 12.5. I do like that a little bit. Yeah, what do you think about Max Christie maybe here without, let's see.
I mean, he's just relying on pure efficiency, and that's why you kind of see his numbers drop off when he doesn't have as good of a game.
Mm-hmm. See, games with Kyrie and without PJ. I want to see what his minutes were. He averaged 34 minutes in those games. That's pretty good. Let's see, without Gafford too and Davis. Okay, so without like the bigs, then it was 39 and 34, which is very good. I think you could probably pencil Christie in for 34 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Go to let's just quick do that. Games with Kyrie, and then where's the field goal attempts? Then the minutes. Yeah, so that's the thing, man. It's like games with Kyrie. He's averaging 9.2 field goal attempts. You could probably bump it up to 10. Then you could probably bump it up a little bit due to matchup to like 11 or 12. But is that a huge edge enough to bet a juice 12.5? I don't think so. What do you think, JJ?
I mean, like I said, I don't like betting on players that are being over efficient.
Yeah.
I can't take an over there.
He's kind of been like under efficient though recently, almost, you could argue.
Yeah, but I mean, he just doesn't take that many shots.
Yeah. Najee is a good defender. I think that he's someone who's interesting. He can definitely slash. They're gonna, like I said, this Kings team has like 0 rim protection whatsoever. I think Najee's a tad bit interesting. He's been really poor with his 3-point shooting. Games without Luka, without Gafford, without PJ, with Kyrie. I guess we could just see the minutes: 30 and 33. Shot insanely poor. I'm more so just like using these filters to find like a minute gauge, like a minute projection. That was February 12th, so 30 and 33. I think he's starting now, if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh, what am I doing? I'm looking at his images. Okay, and then he went back to not starting. So he started the game recently without PJ. I think, like I said, I think this is like a pretty, set rotation for them. Is there anyone I'm missing from Dallas? Yeah. So no Moses Brown, I think, is actually kind of big. I guess he had a 20-point game in there. Najee just played like complete shit, right? No for 6 for 3. You're a role player, you're gonna lose a little bit of confidence. Yeah, but maybe his PRA is a little bit interesting. I don't know. Yeah, so Christie stuff, like I said, I can't get there with the volume. Slightly an over for sure, but yeah, Clay, definitely a good matchup for Clay for sure. Like I said, I hate using these like low ass filters. Let's see, where's 3-pointers?
I would lean over for the matchup.
Yeah, 8.8 threes. You could probably get him up to like 10 attempts with the matchup or something.
If he starts off hot, he's just going to chuck the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, J-Man, I think this is good. Especially at a plus 100 price. Yep, you guys are saying the same thing. I told you about the Monk points fades. It's a thing. Yeah, has he just not been? I wonder how the usage is going to pan out. Against or with what's his name, Sabonis out. So I guess there's just like a 1 game there sample. Was against Houston though, so we know how they like to play. I think Dallas is allowing a pretty low catch and shoot frequency. Yeah, they are. I mean, it kind of checks out too, given their personnel. Yeah, but Dante's actually a little bit interesting to me the more I think about him. I mean, this is with Kyrie, with Clay, without Gafford, without PJ. I don't know, man. I think it's a really good matchup for Dante because he'll get drop coverage shoot all day. Teams don't care about him shooting. It's like if you can pencil him in. I know like last game he played shit minutes. If you can pencil him in for like 20 minutes, I don't know. I think this is like a decent look. Oh, wow. Not much of a rebounder. Could do like PA. Yeah. You're interested in Najee too? Okay, cool. Yeah, me too. I don't know. It'll take more digging into for sure. Just like Jason Kidd is so, all over the place. Last game, I really like Duran over 2.5 assists. I might actually play it, to be honest. He's went under in like, he's had 2. This is like when he started, being used as a hub. He's had 2 over the last 4 games. The Clippers game, he had 7 potential assists. He got super unlucky. I also watched that game because I bet on it and it lost. But I watched that game and Clippers defended it really well. The dribble handoffs. Then you got Boston, 5 potential assists, didn't get there. Played 26 minutes. Boston, I believe, is pretty good against handoffs. Denver, he only played 16 minutes, right? Like he got into foul trouble, so he had 2 assists. That was a good matchup, but he got into foul trouble. Then Brooklyn, they were the number 1 team at defending handoffs, so that wasn't a good matchup. But if we go down to Utah, right, Cade Cunningham, they rank 23rd at defending handoffs. They allow like the most assists. So yeah, screw it. I'm going back to it. Let's go Duran over 2.5 assists, -105 at DraftKings. I sold myself on it. Another thing too is like I'm on Tim Hardaway stuff with Walker Kessler. It's like this team is like a really good rim protection team, to be honest. So it's like it's not a good matchup for Asar in my opinion and Duran to score, even though like they're really good in transition, especially Asar. He'll need to get his transition buckets to score in the half court, in my opinion. Yeah, but let's go with Duren. JJ, what do you think about Duren here?
I mean, it all depends on the handoffs. If there's a tough handoff opportunity, then he's going to be limited. If not, then he'll probably feast.
Yeah. Can you quick stall for a couple minutes, maybe get to some questions? I know there's some in there.
Collier assists. Let's see. Uh, 7.5 juice. That's only a couple plays. So 8.5, basically, plus 110. Is anyone expected back today? I'm not sure if they announced anything yesterday.
Yeah, no, but I would assume that, like, you know, a couple guys come back, right? Just like it was a front end of a back-to-back.
It's always tough with a tanking team.
Mm.
But yeah, probably a couple are coming back. You probably got to wait and see who's coming back exactly. Because I mean, when you got the whole starting lineup questionable, it's kind of tough.
What do you mean, bro? You can't give an in-depth analysis with that? Fucking lazy. Yeah, no. What JJ said though is very true, right? Utah stuff is like almost impossible to gauge here. Who is the capper on the bottom? That's JJ, J Sleeper. Yeah, Collier assist. I don't know. I will say, what is it at? Is that 7.5? 8.5 for plus money. Probably lean over slightly on Collier. Let me quick get that in. Let's see. Asar PRA. Yeah, I just don't really want to include Asar's points, to be honest. If you want to do RA, maybe I'm wrong on Asar because the Jazz are so bad in transition, and that's like, yeah, I mean, that's 29% of his points. I just think Asar struggles in the half court, you know. Especially if Walker Kessler's out, 100%. But I do kind of think Asar struggles on offense, scoring wise in the half court. So I don't know. I'd rather bet an over points on someone who's going to catch and be able to catch and shoot and get out in transition. So that's why I bet on Tim personally. But yeah, rebounds and assists, even though it's a little bit juiced. Without Tobias, I think that makes his minutes a little bit safer. For sure. But what's his assist at? 2.5. Yeah, this bet 365 line is super nice. 2.5 assists for Asar. I mean, shit, dude. The dude's got fucking, he gets 3 basically every game, and now he's playing Utah without Tobias.
Yeah,
I think that's a good look.
Yeah, if he can get to the rim here, especially with no Kessler, I mean, you gotta take the over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Duren
without Tobias Harris playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Duren assist. Yeah, and ended up running that. I was like, I don't like playing 2 overs, but like when it's against the Jazz, they're just they're a team that I'm so comfortable with. You know, I'm so comfortable with my reads against the Jazz that, you know, I'll let it rip. Had a good day yesterday. Fuck it. Best Cade game. I like Cade's assists. I don't like taking stars over against Utah just because it's just such a good matchup for the role players. But JJ, what do you think about like Cade assists?
I like it. I mean, a lot of catch and shoot opportunities. A lot of his assists come from threes, so I like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Cade assists is the way to go. The lock of the days. This is a 4 plays that we have. We have Tim Hardaway over 10.5 points from me. Keyshawn George over 2.5 assists. That's line's probably cooked by now. Miles Bridges under 11.5 RA from JJ, and then I just added Jalen Duren over 2.5 assists. So, yeah, like that one a fair bit. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. I will say before we head out, actually, maybe drop a couple. If you guys have any more questions, drop them right now for sure. But yeah, guys, maybe we'll get to a couple more questions. But if you guys are on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel, please, guys. It's a free way to support us, and it's how we're able to do this in the long term. So like your guys' support means the world to us, and if you guys would take the time, take a couple seconds out of your day to just tap that sub button if you're not already, and tap the like button, it would mean a ton to us, and it would be greatly appreciated from us. Yeah, Eric. I feel like I just did, but I'll do it again for sure. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, I'll do it again for sure.
If you're on YouTube, you can rewind as well.
Yep. But yeah, so sub to the YouTube, guys. If you guys want all of our picks in Discord, we're on the heater of a lifetime. It's a free Discord, right? It's free Discord. We're doing really good. We're fully transparent. Honestly, I feel like not to sound cocky or anything. Actually, I'm not even going to say anything cocky. Whenever I say something cocky, picks always go to shit. This Discord is a great value for you, right? It's completely free. We're winning a lot of picks. We're very active in the chat. You can always ask us questions about anything, and we'll respond to it. So here's the Discord if you guys want to join. Like I said, it's completely free. I just left it down below in the comments. It's also in the description, all that stuff. But yeah, make sure to join that, like and sub the channel, all that good stuff. We got a question from Nicola. Valanciunas, his minutes safe today versus small ball. Feel like he'll get killed on D or no? It depends, right? This Dallas offense isn't very good. If like those role guys are cooking for Dallas, then yeah, he'll probably end up getting benched. But I mean, man, in the minutes he does play, he really should be able to dominate the glass and be. He should. This should be a really good.
Should be like high efficiency for him here.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's just gonna go by game script. He just had a line drop, which is cool. 11.5. Wow, his line seemed pretty high. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah, these lines seem fairly set. I was kind of looking for like an 11.5, maybe like a 9.5. So I'd probably stay away there. But yeah, PRA per minute should be very, very good for Jonas here. Yeah, but I could also see a world where he gets killed on D. I think this could be a good live betting opportunity, right? Because like if you see him getting cooked on D, if Dallas gets up early and then Jonas is like putting up numbers while he's doing it, like it doesn't matter. He's still going to get benched. So like his line will be pretty high. And then I think Jonas could be a really good live betting under opportunity. Yeah. Oh, that could make sense too. Like Keegan rebounds. I actually like that a ton. Keon Ellis has been playing a ton, and he'll take Kyrie. So yeah, Houston, very tough rebounding matchup. We could do, because I'm sure. All right, let's quick do this, because that's actually a good angle to attack before you head out. And then yeah, Eric, we'll recap before you leave too, if you're still here. So yeah, Kings off the court. Let's go Sabonis off. And then let's just see. The thing is, take these with a grain of salt, because Jonas will be a rebound hog, similarly to how Sabonis is when he's out there. But at the same time, we probably do get more small ball than usual. So Keegan is averaging 8.9 rebounds or 8.8 rebounds with Sabonis off. Like I said, take that with a grain of salt, though, because of that. Yeah, JJ, what do you think about Keegan 6.5 rebounds? I think it's a pretty fair look. He played, 33 minutes there. He's been like around like the.
I mean, I like it without Sabonis. I think the biggest thing is if Val comes off the court, like his rebound chances probably skyrocket here.
Mm-hmm. Nicole, that could be another live betting edge, right? You see Jonas getting cooked on defense, Kings go down early, then take Keegan's over rebounds or something like that.
Yeah, the live would be perfect for a play like this.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll actually be scouting this. I'll probably watch this Kings Mavs game, and maybe I'll keep you guys. We can talk about it in the Discord for sure, and some live betting opportunities. So yeah, I think that's interesting for sure. I think a live betting stream would be awesome, but you'd have to keep that down to like 5 people or something. I don't know. I think that would be cool. Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, so let's quick recap for Eric. Yeah. So the reasoning behind this is basically Tim is averaging. There's no Tobias, so I have him at 30 minutes. He's averaging like 11.6 points per 30 minutes in games with Cade. And they're playing the Jazz, who like big catch and shoot funnel, great role player matchup. So it's like a perfect matchup for Tim. Keyshawn had 16 potential assists last game and 8 assists, and that was the first game without Jordan Poole post trade deadline, post like the trade Kuzma gone and stuff. So yeah, he was like running kind of like the point guard, de facto point guard in the second unit with Smart, because Marcus Smart, like we know he's not really a point guard. He just like he'll bring the ball up the court, but he's not like running offense or anything. So yeah, I mean, I just couldn't ignore those potential assists at 16, right? I mean, that's ridiculous stuff for Keyshawn. Well, let's see what his I actually want to quick go back, and I know this line is completely nuked now, but I want to quick see what his season high on potential assists was before this. So wow, this line got absolutely nuked. Someone else must have given it out. There's no way I got motion like that. Yeah, so his season high before that was literally 12. So yeah. Cool. JJ, you want to quick give your Miles Bridges reasoning?
Yeah, Bridges, LaMelo's playing. Like honestly, that's what it is. Like if you look at LaMelo with Miles Bridges and then without him, and then Brandon Miller as well. I mean, yeah, it's all right. So yeah, 11 to 13 under. So I mean, the system is if LaMelo plays, since Brandon Miller and Trey Mann are gonna be out for a while. I mean, Brandon Miller obviously rest of the season. I don't remember Trey Mann. When LaMelo plays, take under on his RA, especially at 11.5. Usually, though, when LaMelo plays, they'll probably set it at 10.5. But when LaMelo doesn't play, you take the over on the RA.
Yep.
And then tough matchup against Golden State, top 10, last 10 in assists and rebounds.
Top 10 in a bad way.
Yeah, top 10 in a bad way.
Yeah. Sweet. I played Duren over 2.5 assists. Look, he's had some like weird games. So like, if we go here to Duren, he's been an absolute wagon for a little bit. He's playing a new role ever since this game. I bet the over in this Clippers game, so I watched it. He had 7 potential assists, and that should be a cash for 2.5 assists, like most of the time. But the Clippers also defended it well. Boston, 5 potential assists. You could. He only played 26 minutes. I didn't watch that game. I couldn't tell you if Boston's good against handoffs or not. But yeah, he had 2, whatever. Then Denver, good matchup, but he only played 16 minutes because Jokic got him into foul trouble, which makes sense, right? It's Jokic. And then Nets is a terrible matchup for handoffs because they blitz everything. They allow the fewest points per game there. So now we're going down to Utah. We can look at Cade because he scores through handoffs a fair bit. And handoffs, they're bad against handoffs. So allow like the 7th or 8th most points there. And then Utah also just like allows like arguably, let's see, they allow the 3rd most assists on the year. They play zone, so it's like they play zone and they have Kessler who can protect the rim basically. So it's a really good matchup for Duren to get assists, and I think good time to buy because I believe that this stuff is more so what he actually is rather than this. Maybe it evens out to like a 4 assists per game guy, but that's what I think his new role is. So yeah. Let's see. Do we do a live betting show on Discord? No, we just do this on YouTube. But Discord is like where we give out every single play. We give out plays in Discord.
I think they're asking like, will you do one? Like they're telling you to do it.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Guys, if I'm going to be honest, I commit a lot of time to like this stuff, and I don't know if I have that. But that's something I could definitely consider if you guys would like it for sure. Trey's out for the season too, by the way. For assists, JJ, I think this is a question for you.
Yeah, I mean it's basically the same system.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, his assist usage goes up significantly without Fred, and then definitely takes a hit when he's playing. How did he do last game? Because I didn't check the stats. I think it was assists was at 4.5 last game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only 3 assists on 4 potential. So yeah, same system.
Okay, cool. Eric said, love the way you cap the software. So good for your angles and picks. Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, guys, by the way, speaking of the software, Props Madness, code SB25 if you guys are interested. Basically, guys, code SB25, Props Madness, it can take you from a square. You listen to straight. Honestly, guys, I'm very confident that if you listen to like a week's worth of straight betting shows, you get Props Madness, you'll become a winning better. Well, I can't guarantee that. I'd like to think that you'll become a pretty good bettor pretty fast if you just do those like little simple things. So yeah, Props Madness is an absolute must if you ever want to, bet yourself and not tail people. So yeah, code SB25. Do it in Discord if you were to do it. So it's a small group. Yeah, 100%. The thing is, Discord is not a small group right now. So we'd have to do something to make it smaller. And yeah. Cool. All right. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Sweet. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, join the Discord. We linked it right here. It's in all of our descriptions, bios. It's free. No point to not be in it. And also like and sub to the channel for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys next time.